there is no consumer sovereignty. There is no consumer freedom. But rather, in a capitalist economy, there is consumer freedom. So when you're asking an exam, this is an objective exam, objective question, sorry. So when you're asking an exam, in which economic system there is little or no consumer sovereignty? There is little or no consumer sovereignty. That means consumers are not sovereign. Consumers do not determine the price of goods and services. Consumers are not free. There is no consumer freedom. That is to say that in a socialist economy, there is no consumer what? Freedom. So when you're asking an exam, in which economic system there is no consumer freedom? The answer is what? A socialist what? Economy. So we can read them again so that it can be part of us. The first one is there is state ownership of the means of production. Supposed to be means of production. Then the second one is it reduces income inequality. Then the next one is price is controlled by the state or government. So the next one is there is little or no consumer what? Sovereignty. So what are the advantages of a socialist economy? Another name for the advantage is called the merits. What are the merits of this socialist economy? Of course, anything that has an advantage, we have a disadvantage. Anything that has a merit, we have what? The demerit. So what are the advantages of a socialist economy? Number one, it encourages cooperation instead of competition. So in a socialist economy, there is no competition, but rather cooperation. Cooperation. How to make the economy better with cooperation. Where is there cooperation? Because the price is not determined by private individuals. The price is not determined by the forces of demand or somebody, but rather the price is determined by what? The central government, or it is determined by what? By the state or what? Government. So when you're asking them, in which economic system there is cooperation rather than competition? Or when you're not asking why 2026, they ask you, which among the following is an advantage? Or write one of the following. Write one advantage of a socialist economy. Number one you're supposed to write is what? It encourages cooperation instead of what? Competition. Number two. This number two is a jam question. I remember the year, I've forgotten the year jam asked that question. They said, which economic system bridges the gap between the rich and the poor? The answer is what? A socialist what? Economy. So it's also an advantage of a socialist economy. So it bridges the gap, the income gap between the rich and what? The poor. The next one, it encourages production based on needs, not profits. Not profit. That is to say that in a socialist economy, it deals more on the need of the people, not to exploit them, not to make profit. That means it deals more on